Oh Lord, the heavens declare your glory. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hands. Day after day they pour forth speech. Night after night they reveal knowledge without speech or language, without a sound to be heard. Their voice has gone out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. In the heavens He has pitched a tent for the sun, like a bridegroom emerging from his chamber, like a champion rejoicing to run his course. It rises at one end of the heavens and runs its circuit to the other. Nothing is deprived of its warmth. The law of the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul. The testimony of the Lord is trustworthy, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, bringing joy to the heart. The commandments of the Lord are radiant, giving light to the eyes. The fear of the Lord is pure, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true, being altogether righteous. They are more precious than gold, than much pure gold. They are sweeter than honey from the comb. By them indeed your servant is warned, and keeping them is great reward. Who can discern his own errors? Cleanse me from my hidden faults. Keep your servant also from willful sins. May they not rule over me, then I will be blameless and cleansed of great transgression. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight. Oh Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Oh Lord, the heavens declare your glory. The sky don't keep it quiet, it tells on the day. Glory in the morning, then the night gives way. The stars preach with no tongue, still I hear them say, there is a hand above me, calling me to stay. Day to day keeps speaking, night to night keeps on. No word leaves that canvas, the message carries on. Let the words of my mouth be clean, be true. Let the thoughts in my chest belong to you. Let the words of my mouth be clean, be true. Let the thoughts in my chest belong to you. Your law is more than paper, it wakes up the soul. Your way can make the simple steady and whole. Your orders are right enough to show me the road. Your words are sweet like honey when my spirit feels cold. They shine where I'm blind, they pull me back in line. They open up my eyes like light through the pine. Let the words of my mouth be clean, be true. Let the thoughts in my chest belong to you. Let forgiven under your eye. Let the words of my mouth be clean, be true. Let the thoughts in my chest belong to you. Let the words of my mouth be clean, be true. Let the thoughts in my chest belong to you. May my rock and my redeemer hear me tonight. Make my hidden light stand in the
Grace and peace, everybody. We're back. Let me hold on and get other Jason in the building. Grace and peace, everybody. We're back in the building. Happy Monday to you all. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. You know what we're about to do? We're going to go ahead and get our Monday started off with not only a very encouraging reminder of Psalm 119, but also just kind of going through some of the things that went on this weekend. So hopefully you all are doing quite well. Let's get ahead and get this meeting going. What we got going on already? Texas Mom said, good morning to everybody. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. So glad to see y'all. Thank you so much for popping in. Make sure you drop your like number in the chat for sure. Oh, Texas Mom said she was number one. All right. Good morning to you, Giselle. How are you, friend? I'm so glad to see y'all. Thank y'all so much. Here she is, Jenny in the building. Good morning, good looking people. Good morning to you. And she got her coffee in the building. Today I am doing a iced coffee. No, this is not iced coffee. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm doing black tea with some heavy whipping cream. And it's actually pretty yummy. Shout out to Trader Joe's. Jenny said she was number 5 up in the building. There we go. All right. Hopefully you all had a fantastic weekend. Mindy, good morning to you, love. Good to see you. Thank you so much. It's been a busy weekend over here at Whitaker Park. Tomorrow, I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you about it. So shout out to everybody. Thank you all so much for tapping in. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for over the weekend, checking out all the videos that I dropped. I'm really trying out some different video formats and some different video, if you want to say, flavors. So definitely this weekend, let me know what kind of videos that you actually enjoy. There's some little miniature documentary type approach. There's a faceless videos. I think I did one of those. I know I got another faceless one coming up, but let me know what kind of videos you like. So definitely comment below. If you're in the comment section, say, hey, I like that video. I don't really like this video. It's okay. You don't have to tell me what you don't like. Just tell me which one you do like. That's what we want to shout out to. Yeah, look, we got 2 Jasons in the building. We got them both. That camera's not getting used enough, so I got to make sure I use it. Don't you have that problem sometimes? I think I need to move it so it's a little less on the side of my face, though. That'll be something I do after this. Shout out to Ben. There he is, the obscure moderator in the building. Good to see you, sir. Chrissy's in the house. Good to see you. Thank y'all so much for stopping through. All right. We are still, this is the 18th. We're still plugging away at hitting 150,000 likes on this channel this month. So thank you all, everybody who's been hitting the like button, all that kind of stuff like that. I have a playlist on the channel called Can I Get a Like, Please? You can go through there literally and just watch those videos. A lot of those videos are done really well, but they don't get a lot of likes. I don't know why. People tend to watch a video and just watch it, which is fine. I do. All of those videos in that playlist have some really good watch time. People watching the whole video. They just forget to hit the like button. So if you forgot to hit the like button, help your brother out. Hit the like button, or make sure you hit the like button on this video. All that kind of stuff. It really does help out. So I, just so you're aware, I challenged ARP, A Righteous Perspective, to see who could hit 150,000 likes by the end of the month. We are chugging along. So please, if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like button. It does help out a whole lot. I really do appreciate it. And if the mods could just even drop the link to that playlist, that would be great as well. Thank y'all so much for that. And just in case you were wondering, give you an update on my mom. I told you all that she was getting her shoulder replaced. Shoulder replacement surgery went perfect. It was last Wednesday, went well. She's still in the hospital, currently recovering. However, and today or tomorrow, the doctors hasn't decided what they're going to do, but today or tomorrow, she's going to be moved to a rehab facility, actually right down the street from my house. So, and she'll be there for a month, just getting physical therapy, making sure her arm works right, all that kind of stuff like that. When they did her right shoulder, they really did a great job, and there were no problems. So therefore, they're going to do it again. They're going to do the exact same thing. Keep her in there for a month or 3 weeks to a month. And so I really do appreciate y'all praying for her and all that kind of good jazz, giving you an update. I called her yesterday. I said, Mom, I need you to hurry and get back to church, because literally all her little friends at church were lined up in a line asking me the exact same question. My goodness gracious. I said, you know what? I'm glad y'all love her. I'll keep telling y'all the story. So it was fun though, but it was a little bit much. It was a little bit much. I ain't gonna lie. So shout out to the best live chat on the internet. Thank y'all so much for that. Okay. Do not forget that we have our Tracy Martin book giveaway at the end of the month. That is Sunday the 31st, I believe it is. Yeah, Sunday the 31st. We're doing that book giveaway. And all you got to do is, let me bring the video in real quick. There's a video on here where Tracy and I, when Tracy came on, we discussed Erica Kurt and how she became CEO of Turning Point. And she explained it outstandingly. She clarified all those questions. And I want you to just go and just hit the like button on that video and comment TM or Tracy Martin, either one. And we're going to pull some names from there. So let me make sure I have it just in case. I don't know why I didn't have it ready, queued up already, but I'm going to drop the link to it in the chat. So if you could please just go and check this. If you haven't seen the video, if you're still wondering why is Erica Kurt the CEO of Turning Point, here it is right here. There it is right there. Click on the video, check it out, like the video, comment Tracy Martin or TM. We're going to be pulling some names at the end of the month. Tracy wrote a book. Matter of fact, the explanation is in the community post as well. She wrote a great book, Leaning into Legacy, and she wanted to give away a couple of them, so 3 copies of them. And if that video particularly hits 10,000 views, she'll give me 2 more books too, by the way. So just no pressure, no pressure. So anyway, don't forget that, and we'll be doing that at the end of the month. So thank y'all so much. Thank you so much to the moderators for dropping the link. Can I get a like, please? Playlist. Absolutely. Thank y'all so much for dropping that in the chat. Y'all, the moderators are the best. Let's just real quick. If you agree that the moderators are the bomb, just go ahead and put mods in the chat. Put mod in the chat while I'm going to change position. I think I'm going to sit down because I got to talk about something we did yesterday, and I want to have a conversation about the Michael Jackson movie. All right, let's get this going. While y'all are typing mod in the chat, I'll be right back. I don't know why I say I'll be right back. I'm like standing right here. What is going on? Okay. All right, I think second Jason, he's gonna go take a coffee break. Okay, so last night, I want to talk about this Michael Jackson movie, y'all. Have y'all seen this movie? And y'all shouting out my mods. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Haven't seen it yet. Okay. All right. Got a yes. Yeah. Type yes or no if you've seen it. If you've seen the movie, yes. If you haven't seen it, no. I got some not yets. Okay. I got some not yets. I got you. Okay. I got an opinion about this movie. So let me caveat my opinion in a second. Michael Jackson is a complex person. I think we all can agree to that. Michael Jackson was a very complex character. Let's be honest. So was pretty much everybody, right? But if you're in a spotlight like this, like Michael Jackson was, he's extremely complex. There's just a lot of there's a lot of surface and there's a lot of iceberg, right? There's a lot going on with Michael Jackson. Same thing with Prince, same thing with Luther Vandross or any of those. I mean, let's just be honest. He's just a complex person. And I was watching that movie last night. Let me give you build up. Let me build up. I didn't want to go see it. I'm not going to even lie. I didn't want to go see it. I was trying to talk my friends into me not going. I was like, I don't feel good. I got to worry about President Firstborn's car is having some issues. So I was trying to get that resolved. I was like, I don't really want to go. And I said, you know what? They're not going to let me off the hook. I got to go to this movie. I was like, can't y'all go to movies by yourself? So I went. And movie prices are expensive, so that's true. They ain't got nothing to do with Trump. Movie prices are crazy. Let's just be honest. And they wanted to eat while they were there. Like, don't you got food in the house? Okay, whatever. Okay, back to my point. So we watched the movie. We're watching the movie. And I'm going to tell you right now, this movie is for, it's not for the 2026 super black pilled, gray pilled, what about crowd. It's not for you. If you're one of those people that want to hear about Macaulay Culkin, if you want to hear about Neverland Ranch and the lawsuits and all that stuff, this is not your movie. This is not your movie. Nope. That movie is not, this is not what they're giving you. They are giving you a very much I won't say vanilla, but they give you a very entertaining vanilla version of the Michael Jackson story. Like I said before, he's super complex. There's a lot of stuff going on with Michael Jackson. He was I'll say it, just say it like this. He was victimized by his dad. His dad was not a good dude. The guy that played his dad, he needs an Emmy. Okay, he needs an Emmy, an Oscar, a Grammy, every award, Tony Award, the third grade macaroni necklace award. That guy right there was amazing. The Joe Jackson guy, amazing. You know how I know he's amazing? Because I wanted to fight him. I was like, if I see him in the lobby, I'm going to beat him up. I'm going to fight Joe Jackson. That guy had me sucked in. The Joe Jackson character was amazing. I'm sorry. The Joe Jackson. He had me, again, like I said, if I saw him at the gas station, I wouldn't got my wife gas after we left the movie. If I see him at the gas station, I would have went to jail. He made me want to beat him up. I mean, he was amazing. He was amazing. And let me also just add this so I don't get lost in the sauce. Michael Jackson, the nephew that played, I guess it's like Jermaine's son, is playing his uncle Michael. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was an amazing rendition of Michael Jackson. I'm sorry. That was amazing. Let me go back to where I was before, because I'm kind of jumping around. I have no notes on this topic, none whatsoever. I was about to come on last night and do it. Okay. This movie is meant to make you feel good about that era of time. It's not meant to black pill you and talk about all the scandal and hijinks that went around Michael Jackson's life. Nothing of that nature. It's meant to show you a snippet of time and how this family from Gary, Illinois, overcame and became who we now know as Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, and so on and so forth. It's not meant to do all that other stuff. So leave all the other stuff, because a lot of people are like, well, they didn't talk about this and they didn't talk about that. Who cares? What did they talk about? Let's talk about what they did talk about. And what they talked about was pretty amazing. It was pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I was thoroughly impressed. So so to those people that are like, well, what about this part? Leave it alone. Leave it alone and just enjoy it. Enjoy it. You're going to be singing it. You might as well go ahead and do the Human Nature. You might as well go ahead and sing Beat It. I'm sorry. Their rendition of Thriller, you're going to want to do it. You're going to just do it and shut up. Shut up. Nobody cares. Just enjoy it, man. The movie is enjoyable. I have to admit. I don't want them to do another one. People are like, well, they're going to do a part 2. No, they're not. Leave it alone. No. The Jackson family, this is what they want to tell you about Michael. Hey, I appreciate them telling us this. I thought it was great. Like, that's it. Now, can I get a Prince movie? Can I please get a Prince movie? I don't know if Prince's family is like Michael's family. I just want a Prince movie. Please. Luther. Can I get a Luther Vandross movie? How about that? Can I Luther, please? Somebody. Oh my gosh. But back to the point. I thought that movie was outstanding. I was very impressed from the choreography. I thought the musical score was good. Um, I had forgotten about certain movies. I would love to songs. I would love to have heard more. Actually, truth be told, um, yeah, I'm Team Prince. Yeah, Purple Hearts in the chat if you would want to see a Prince movie. I'm sorry. Y'all can call me out whenever you want to call me, but I will be right there in front. And I might even wear a Jerry curl wig for a Prince movie. Um, I would have actually, to be honest with you, I would have actually liked more music. I I would have sat there an extra 30 minutes. I wasn't like sitting there like, okay, when is this movie over? Is it over yet? Are they done? I was thoroughly engaged in it. If they had done more, I would have been sitting right there. I would have been sitting right there. Right. And again, I think the nephew did a masterful job. Shout out to that nephew. He deserves all of his flowers. He did a great job, an excellent job. The nephew that played Michael and the guy that played Joe Jackson, they deserve all the gosh. They deserve all there we go. They deserve all the balloons and all the flowers. Can't you get like, yeah, there we go. That's what they need. They need all the flowers. Give them all the fireworks. They deserve it, man. They did a fantastic job. Now I will tell you this. Let me give you some caveats. They do not go into a lot of detail about the Jackson 5. You can tell this movie is about Michael. It is not about Michael plus the Jackson 5. They do not talk about the girls at all. They talk about LaToya, but they don't talk about Rebe Jackson. They don't talk about Janet Jackson. None of them catching. I don't know what happened. There's something about they didn't want to be a part of the movie, whatever. That's fine. I still think it was outstanding. They didn't do a long tail into, again, the Jackson 5. They give you enough to let you understand where they came from, how they got to where they are, and so on and so forth. And then they jettisoned you right into adults, and the adults were fantastic. I thought it was great. They did go over a lot of the things that we remember, again, like the Pepsi Cola fire. Was it the bubbles, the chimpanzee, a lot of those things like that. I don't know the lore about the bodyguard. There's a bodyguard that is with Michael Jackson from the moment he moves to Encino, California, till the very end of the movie. I think his name is Bill. He was a great character too, by the way. I don't know if he's real. Same thing with his lawyer. Forgot his name, broker or something like that. Oh man, it's a top secret, man. I can't. Yes, the person that's playing Michael Jackson in the movie is actually Michael Jackson's nephew. I think don't quote me on this. I think it's Jermaine Jackson's son. That's crazy. And I mean, he crushed it. Well, then get me a Prince movie and y'all will see it. I will do it. I will do it. Yeah, apparently, yeah. I didn't know that. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they did enough. I think they did enough to introduce new characters or characters maybe you didn't know about. They talked nothing about his relationships, nothing about his dating life, anything like that. And you know what? I didn't need it. I don't think we needed it. People are talking about, again, there are people who are saying, well, what about this? Well, you already know about that. What's the purpose of that? The point of the movie was to make you feel good about music and what it used to be like. Because another thing that you don't hear anything about from Michael Jackson is his politics. You hear nothing about politics. There's 2 points in the movie that could have, quote unquote, been, racially whatever. When MTV would not play black artists, and they went and raised a lot of cane about MTV getting Billie Jean played on MTV. And then somewhere else Michael Jackson talks about he's a black artist, but they're not leaning on that. That's not the whole crux of the movie by any means or measures. I think they did a masterful job of making Michael Jackson look extremely human, because I don't know if you watched it, paid attention to how much he was interacting with people in the hospital. He had a great heart of empathy for people who are in hospital, whether it be and people in general, because there's a scene where he's like at a toy store buying games, and he ends up signing autographs to people, or signing autographs for people in the toy store while he's in checkout. It's fun. So I bring that up because they go through great lengths to show you that this guy was just a normal guy who, if you paid attention in the beginning of the movie, don't quote me on this, it might have been like in the first 20 minutes, where he's looking out the window watching kids throwing snowballs, and you kind of thinking that that's them, the Jackson 5 kids outside throwing snowballs at like the mailman and other kids in the neighborhood. But then it like backs out, and it's like Michael Jackson sitting on the couch looking out the window wanting to be like them. That shows you, I mean, they did a great job. I think Joe was like, Michael, get over here and get singing. And he like brings it back to reality. But it does a great job of showing like part of the reason why Michael Jackson probably behaved like that is because he didn't have a real childhood. Because I mean, he was every bit of a 30-year-old man trying to play Twister, right? And he wasn't trying to play adult Twister or a married couple Twister, right? I'm like, what are you doing? But it's probably because he was truly had delayed development, arrested development as it relates to a child. And that doesn't make excuses for anything else. But I think you get the point that I'm making here. He was super sheltered. And his dad, again, Joe Jackson was phenomenal. I don't know who the guy is that played Joe Jackson, but he did a great job. He did a great job because I wanted to beat him up. I did. I said, if I see Joe in the parking lot, it's on site. If I saw Joe at the gas station when I went and got gas last night, it would have been on site. This would have been a podcast from Fulton County Jail or Cobb County Jail. I'm sorry. Because, let me see. But I thought it was a really good movie. So I've never done a movie review. I have done some movie reviews. Go check that movie out. I think it was really good. And given the fact that you can clearly tell the point of this movie is to make you feel good about what music used to be like and what music used to do for the culture, what music used to do for society and that nature. I have no problems with that movie. None whatsoever. I think it was an excellent movie. I'm glad I got up and watched it. I'm glad this tea is amazing. Yeah, and I don't know why I just decided I want to do a mason jar. I have no idea why. I just decided because I got my Yeti, Black Yeti's back in the building. It's sitting over here ready to go. Yeah, I think it was the golden age of culture. I just think that they wanted to show what culture was like at that time. And it wasn't even like heavy-handed with like the 80s, 70s and 80s, this is how great the 70s and 80s were. They were just showing it. And it's funny because, of course, y'all know I went with my family, right? So the dynamic duo were talking about it in the car when we got back as we were leaving. And I'm like, the fact that these girls weren't even alive when Michael Jackson was alive. And they're joking about the fact that, what do they say? Michael Jackson's fans have yet to be born is what they kept saying. Oh yeah, Michael Jackson's fans, they have yet to be born. I thought that was so funny that they're talking about the fact that people who are not even born yet will enjoy Michael Jackson's music. That's crazy. And I think that is the purpose of the movie. I don't think it was meant to be like this deep dive into his past. Again, he's a complex character. He had a lot of sin in his life. A lot of sin was perpetuated on him. He was perpetuating a lot of sin. I mean, he's a sinner. That's not, we're not absolving him of that. We're only talking about the value that he added to society with just some music that was genuine, music that brought people together, all that kind of stuff. So, shout out to the Michael Jackson movie, and shout out to black tea with heavy whipping cream. Somebody asked me what I'm drinking. I'm doing some black tea with heavy whipping cream today. Oh, I think people totally forget that. They totally forget that. Yeah, there we go. Like, it's funny that like people who are 15 years old, like, President firstborn is 18 and chief executive secondborn is 16, and they like Michael Jackson music. And for the most part, you're actually okay, probably letting them listen to it, right? But again, like I said, if I would change anything about that movie, I probably would have. I was actually okay with more music. I didn't think I was like, I don't want to see like a little concert cover band. Like, I want some more. I was kind of wanting some more. I don't remember, because now I'm trying to think like what time frame was like Dirty Diana or Smooth Criminal, that kind of stuff. I needed some Remember the Time. I need to remember the time. Um, so I wouldn't have been mad if they had played more. I ain't gonna lie. Um, Shout out to you. What's going on? What's happening? Really, Ben? Yeah, no, they didn't. They talked about the rat. They mentioned him one time, but that was only one time they mentioned him. But no, to my point, all I was saying, I thought the movie was great. If you're thinking about watching it, I think you'll enjoy it. Just go and go to a movie grill that serves food. That's kind of cool, because my family was all eating while they were enjoying it. But I thought it was a great movie. I was very pleasantly surprised. Well, let me take that back. I didn't think it was going to be bad. Everything I heard about it seemed like it was going to be a good movie. I just didn't want to go to movies. I'm glad I went to movies. I wouldn't have mind them showing more of how he did some of those longer videos. Because remember, Michael Jackson was like it was literally the vanguard that started long videos. Like that Thriller video, I remember watching that Thriller video with my whole family, and we were amazed. I don't remember how old I was, but I remember what the house we lived in. I remember the TV, the big back TV, everything like that. Looking at this, like, how is this thing so long? Like, it's so long. This was like 22, 23 minutes long. That was crazy back then. That was an episode of a TV show at that point. So, yeah, and he did like 4 or 5 of those, because Smooth Criminals like that. Of course, Thriller. Of course, Remember the Time. All of those are those long, what do he call them, mini movies? Like, yeah, they really were mini movies. So I thought it was a great movie. If anybody's asking, I give it thumbs up. I say, go see it, man. Go have fun. If you want to go dress up to go see it, okay, fine. I wasn't going to do that, but I'm not above it. I can see why people did. Let me say it like that. I can see why people did. It was entertaining. There was quite a bit of singing in there, but people were singing low, but you could hear people like were really involved in it. How old was I when Twitter, when Thriller came out? I have no idea. I don't feel like mathing this early in the morning. I just don't. I refuse to do any math this early in the morning. But I will do math if you hit that like button, though. There we go. So if you're wondering, I think the movie was great. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. I can't say anything bad about the movie at all. Shout out. I wouldn't mind knowing a little bit more about the girls, only because of like, come on, you want to see Janet Jackson. You know you did. But I understand that she didn't want to be in the movie or something of that nature, or okay, fine, whatever. It didn't take from it at all. That was the only thing. And I will say this. I will say this. This is going to be like the last point. I do think some of the ages of the siblings, it didn't seem right to me. The ages just didn't seem right, because LaToya seemed like she was always, she just looked like she was the same age as like the oldest of the old. And I'm like, I don't think that's how old she's supposed to be, but that's such a picky thing. I don't even care. I don't think you'll be mad. Let me say it like that. If you come back and say, Jason, I'm mad that I watched it, I will be surprised. Okay, so Thriller came out in 1983. So you just bent on me doing some math, right? I just said I don't want to do any math, but now I'm going to do the math. Okay, so I was 9 when Thriller came out. Interesting. I was watching, because they do put the time, the years on the screen. I was kind of thinking like, how old was I? Or I wasn't born yet. I was trying to think like, how much older is Michael Jackson than me? I was thinking that in the movie, but I wasn't committed to it. I wasn't committed to the bit. I was like, he's like 10 years. He's 12 years older than me. Okay, whatever. I wasn't in there with an abacus with my phone trying to do some math. I wasn't mathing it though, for sure. Shout out to the best live chat. I've never gotten over Janet Jackson as Penny on Good Times. Absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's another reason why they just kind of, you can tell they had a lane that they wanted to go in. They were not going to go to the right or to the left. They weren't going to veer too far off of this trail that they had for this movie, which is their goal was to talk about Michael Jackson. It wasn't heavy, in my opinion. They really didn't go in depth into the Jackson 5 like you would think they would. Again, they hardly mention everybody's names, but they mentioned Michael's name, but they hardly mention everybody's name. So, shout out. And shout out to Joe. Joe, whoever played, I need to find out who played Joe Jackson. Because Joe Jackson, who played Joe Jackson? Because he had me mad. Somebody probably put it. Who's this guy? All right, Coleman Domingo. That's who it is. He played. All right, this is it. Yep, this is definitely him. Okay. Oh, he definitely played. He played the mess out of Joe Jackson. All right, so this is the guy that played Joe. I'll put it in there. All right, that's him. Yep. He did a great job, man. I ain't gonna even lie. He had me suck. He had me in. I was like, I'm gonna beat him up. Oh, and his middle name is Jason too. Oh man. Oh man. He was born in Philly. Oh man. I gotta let him go. I gotta let him go. Oh, he's in The Walking Dead. Oh, we just going off the rails, Jason. Hold on, let's see. I'd never seen this guy before. Oh, this is what he looks like. Okay. I have seen him before. I'll take that back. Oh, he crushed it. I'm not gonna lie. He played the mess out of Joe Jackson. He played Joe Jackson for sure. Because I'll tell you, if I had seen Domingo at the gas station last night, it was on site. He played the mess out of him. So shout out to him. He did a great job. Oh, he portrayed Joe Jackson. Yeah, he had me suckered in, man. I ain't gonna lie. He had me Jafari Jackson. Is that who played Michael? Jafari Jackson? Yeah, again, okay, that's my last time talking about it. Shout out to them. I thought that it was a great movie. So if you're wondering, it was Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah, I didn't watch Fear the Walking Dead. I didn't. Shout out to him. Yeah, I gotta give him his flowers. He did a great job. I thought that was an excellent movie. Very engaging. Again, sure, they missed some topics, they missed some areas that you probably want them to, but you already know those things, so you don't really need them. So why we talk about it? Now I'm trying to find the nephew. All right, let me leave this alone. Stop, Jason. Stay focused. We must stay focused. All right, shout out to the best live chat. Sorry, sing along about the prison. Sing about the prison. Y'all, wow. What's going on? Was he good and Big Joe like Denzel was in Malcolm? I'll be honest with you. I have forgotten about Malcolm X and Denzel as Malcolm X. So I'm not going to compare. He was a good Joe Jackson. And my metrics that I'm using is the fact that I did not like Joe Jackson when that movie got over with. I wanted to fight that man. I'm like, man, how dare you, man? You were terrible. And I just think that was probably the best example of him being a good actor, because I wanted to fight Joe Jackson. So that's all I'm using. I don't remember Denzel in Malcolm. I do remember Denzel in Malcolm. I just hadn't thought about that in a while. But I'll just say that. So shout out. I believe it was one of Jermaine's sons. Yes, that's what I was told. I'm sure it'll come back out. It'll come back up. But he crushed it though. Yeah, that's how you know it's a good actor. Like he makes you not like that character, makes you like that character more. or so on like that. So yeah, I was drawn in. I'm like, man, if I see him, I'm gonna beat him up. If I see him at the popcorn stand, I'm about to punch him in the nose. Now I gotta ask, what year did Thriller come out? I have it up right here. Thriller came out in 1982, according to the Wikipedia. Just so y'all can see, because I know y'all gonna correct me if I'm wrong. It says right here on the Wikipedia that it came out in 1982. So that means I was 8 when it came out. Man. Okay. All right, we are way off task, y'all. So shout out to the best live chat on the internet. I am not going to be super long here today, but I do appreciate y'all so much for tapping in with us today and letting us know about what you thought about the movie, if you in fact saw it. So yesterday, or this weekend rather, there was a rally at the National Mall. Thousands converge on the National Mall in a massive religious fest heralded by Trump. All right. I thought this was interesting. I don't know if y'all saw about this. So thousands of Americans on Sunday converged on the National Mall to mark the country's 250th birthday with a prayer festival featuring religious music, speeches by leaders from across faiths. On February, President Trump declared May 17th a national day of prayer and a time to rededicate America as one nation under God in a move that energize evangelicals. Okay, shout out for sure. This is a recognition of a deeply embedded history and religious and moral tradition of the country. House Speaker Mike Johnson, a Republican from Louisiana, told Fox News Sunday about Sunday's massive religious gathering in D.C. All right. All right. This is an appropriate thing for us to do on the 250th anniversary of the people who are, and the people who are upset about it, oppose that. They want to erase the history of America and pretend it as if we're not a nation that was dedicated originally to God, he said. All right. I'm not making I'm just reading the article. I'm just going to read the article. I'm just going to read the article. Top political figures such as Johnson, Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth were set to deliver video or in-person remarks to the crowd and the worshipers. Johnson attended in person. Religious leaders read scriptures and delivered remarks about the church's role in American history, as well as the importance of faith. Most of the leaders who headlined the feted gathering were conservative Protestants. Okay. I hope everybody at Rededicate 2050 is having a good time. Trump posted on Truth Social, in all caps. If there is anything I can do to help, just have our beautiful both inside and out, Rachel DC, give me a call. I'm back from China, he added, seemingly referencing Fox News' Rachel Campo Duffy, who was covering the event for Fox News. Okay. Other key speakers included Franklin Graham, Dr. Ben Carson, Cardinal Timothy Dolan, Bishop Robert Barron, Orthodox Jewish Rabbi Meir, I'm not going to butcher his name, House of Faith Office Leader Paula White Kane, and National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference President Samuel Rodriguez. The feted gathering was met with some protest activity from critics who argued it represented a blow to America's tradition of separation of church and state. The agenda for the Jubilee reads less like a traditional religious event and more like a program for the Church of Trump. The government watchdog group Public Citizens chided Friday. Johnson blasted the naysayers and those who derided the term Christian nationalism, accusing them of trying to silence the influence and the voices of Christians. I think that's wildly inappropriate, he said. The massive religious gathering on the National Mall was coordinated in large part by Freedom 250, which claimed the event was intended to give thanks to God's presence in our national life throughout the 250 years of American history and asking for his guidance in the next 250. In addition to the Christian heavy display of religiosity, organizing encouraged Jewish Americans to observe the national Sabbath from Friday through Saturday night. On May 17th, the National Prayer Days trace the origin of Americans' early days. Shortly before the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the Colonial Congress declared May 17th, 1776, a national day of fasting and prayer. I think that's it. I'm going to get out of here because this thing has some weird. All right. So shout out. This thing has some weird commercials and ads. I wish you can get it with you had no ads. So, but shout out to Ground News. I appreciate them. I thought it was interesting. Who slided Pete? What happened? I thought Pete had said gave a great speech. Gave a great speech as Ben Carson. What happened? You don't like that? I'm not gonna butcher that man's name. I'm trying not to. It's too early in the morning. I'm not butchering nobody's name. Because then Candace might put me on blast. She might be like, look, here's Jason mispronouncing his man's name. I don't need that in my life. So I think that was good. I'll be honest with you. I have no problem with it. My only issue is, to me, it's a activity that skips a couple of steps, if you will. So it's kind of like, for example, I'm sure you all, if you have children, you've all done the experiment where you ask them to write the instructions on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And a lot of the time, the whole point of it is to show that we have to be meticulous in our instruction giving. So you really got to go back further than where you think you need to start. And I think having a national day of prayer, I think is good. I think it's necessary. I participated in it. However, there's still some things that America needs to deal with. And no, it's not racism. So go to sleep, go back, take a nap. But there are some problems that America has. And I feel like we might have kind of skipped over those problems. Like, oh, we can go and pray and petition God for favor. Like, oh, wait, maybe we need to, maybe we could maybe look at the fact that we've got a lot of things as a country, as individuals, that we should maybe, ask God to forgive us for those things and spend a little time before we start asking for things. Maybe we can spend a little bit more time acknowledging the fact that we've messed up. So that's only my only pushback on those events. Sometimes they just kind of jump right over the fact that we need to repent and acknowledge that God, you are sovereign over the affairs of man. We need, let's go over here. Tell me what's in your hand, God. God, can you hook us up? Can you hook me up? So that's just my only pushback, if you will. And again, it's not even like a sincere pushback because I don't think that this is, again, because they're talking about all faiths and such of that nature. So there's a lot of cohesion there that's not there. So there's a lot of unity there in unity in ideas, but it's not unity in practice. So and I am not by any means saying that they did not call anybody to repent. That's all I'm saying. Um, wait. Oh yeah, I don't know. I missed that one. I'm sorry, I missed that. Oh, she's gonna complain. Oh, she's gonna complain. Well, let me take that back. Let me take that back. I don't know emphatically that she's gonna complain. I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of the time, she kinda, if you follow her on X or you follow, like, Cinema Shogun, Paramount Tactical, if you follow a lot of those guys on X, you'll see when they highlight, like Britta, when they highlight what Candace is ranting and raving about today. The fact that I don't think she mentioned that at all over the weekend is kind of an indicator she probably is not gonna talk about it. That's just my thought, 'cause a lot of the time she talks about it ahead of time. She kinda gets the people amped up. Now she might be on X right now acting crazy about it. Let's jump over to X real quick. but I don't think she talked about it, and that's my only indicator that you might be like, she might not say anything about this. I'm looking through. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say she's probably not gonna say anything about it, but I won't be surprised if she did. How about that? Cover both bases, right? Um, I like the overall idea, and maybe the message regarding history could help younger folks who are delusional, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't have a problem with it. It was too long. It was too long for her attention span. See, that's what you did. I see what you did there. You think she will because Pete was there. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll see. We will see for sure. You know, these I will say this, you might not have noticed this. I'm looking through here real quick, finding this. Okay, somehow or another, my daughter and I got to talking about what's called hood prom. I'm not gonna do it, but we had found a page that literally just played all of the quote unquote hood prom announcements and the such of that nature. It was so crazy yesterday. We got so off task yesterday. It was crazy. I'm not gonna pull it up because it was we might have to do that tomorrow. Let's do that later for sure. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay. Oh no, I agree. We should pray for Candace. No question, no doubt there at all. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No question, no doubt. Does she have a chance? Wait, what? Oh, what are we talking about? Are we talking about Candace or? Oh, okay. So we're talking about voting here. Oh, great question. Okay. I think you're talking about Tiffany. I got you. I got you. Did I miss that? Did I miss you starting out? I apologize. Okay. No, Tiffany Henyard don't have a chance. Not a snowball's chance on the face of the sun. I'm just saying, like, there's just it's not gonna happen. And let me show you why. All right, let me pull this in. I'm gonna show you exactly why I'm saying that Tiffany Henyard doesn't have a chance in the world to win here in Georgia. Okay, if you go to Facebook, I'm just saying I follow everybody who's in the Fulton County commission race. So we got Deja Felicity Swindell. Okay, so here's let me make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's not working. All right. So here's Deja Swindell. She's running as a Democrat. Then we got Sojourner Marable. She's running. Then we got Jazz Thomas. Of course, she's running. Wouldn't bring her name up if she wasn't running. Is anybody else in here? Hey, that's my pastor. By the way, if you are interested in Helen Willis. There we go, right there. So all four of the women that are running for office in Fulton County were involved in something social media wise this weekend. So I'm gonna start with Helen, and I'll work my way back. So I'm gonna click on Helen. These are leaders who trust and deliver. Trust Helen Willis. A lot of people throwing their hats in the ring to say they support her as. Let me make a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right. So she was involved in quite a bit this weekend. So now let's go over to Deja's.
Hey y'all, my name's Chloe, and the reason that I'm voting for Felicity is as a Clark Atlanta student, I've seen firsthand how she pours her.
Okay.
Hey y'all, my name.
All right. So I think we can see again. Let me mute that because I don't know that's copywritten. So Felicity, she has some activity on her page from this weekend, right? Okay. Sojourner, let's see what she has. She got 10 new clips. She got whether you like it or not, you got it. Oh, is this Mike Thurman? Okay. Who is this? Oh, Sojourner. Yeah, okay. So this is Sojourner. Again, more activity. Signs out. Shaking hands, kissing babies. All right. All that kind of stuff. Grad parties, all that kind of stuff. All right. She's out there getting her name out there, right? Let's find the other lady. To the question of does Tiffany stand a chance? Tiffany stands no chance in the world. Who's that? Okay. Tiffany Henyard stands no chance. Okay. Here's Jazz. May 19th, take out the trash. Well, let's see. Go back. Got to get the workout on too, though. May 19th, take out the trash. A lot of people liking his infographic thing. All right. So it's fair to say that these women who are running against each other, these 4 women are competing against each other to get the Democrat nomination. Okay. So now let's just real quick.
The Ribbon versus first ever crossover event is here.
Let's go over here real quick and see what Tiffany Henyard is doing this week. What did she do this weekend? All right, so we got Tiffany Henyard right here. I don't really follow her like that, but Tiffany Henyard right there. So we'll click on her name. All right. Nothing. Mother's Day was last weekend. Nothing new. No new activity. And I'm telling you right now, to be a viable candidate, this is still from last week when she was calling out Miss Willis. So to be a viable candidate, you got to be social media active. That's just it. There's no other way around it. Here, let's just check her Instagram real quick. Maybe she put something on the gram. Nothing new. Not a pledge, not a yard sign, matter of fact, don't make me out. If y'all want, we might drive around Fulton County, South Fulton, and look for yard signs. See if we can find some Tiffany Henyard yard signs. That would be funny. Let's see. Maybe she put something on her YouTube channel. Let's go check that. Nothing. 3 months ago. Nothing new. And a lot of this stuff is from Dalton. And not a thing. So if somebody was asking, does Tiffany Henyard stand a chance? I don't see how. Like just on GP alone. Oh, here it is right here. Let me pull this back in. Just on activity alone, I would go on a limb and say she doesn't stand a chance just from activity. And being able to get your name out there and name recognition is a big deal. Okay, so we looked at that. Let's look at her TikTok just to try to be fair. Nothing. Last thing she posted was that Mother's Day post. Nothing. Let's see. We looked here. Do we look at her ex? Let's look at her ex. And keep in mind, and this is protected, so you can't even go and just like peruse it. So yeah, there's no reason to believe that Tiffany Henyard is going to be is a viable candidate. Apparently she resides in the county, I guess. She lives somewhere in South Fulton, allegedly. I don't think that, in my opinion, I don't think that even matters. Yep, she made that rap video. Yep. So to answer your question, I don't think that she's really truly trying to win this case. Win this election. I don't think she is. I think it's a grift. I think it's a way to get monies to come in that can possibly get siphoned off, but I don't think she's really trying to win. That's just my observation. Because when you look at some of these other, let me pull this back in for y'all. When you look at some of these other women and what they're doing, the amount of work that they're putting in, it just looks like they mean business. Like they're going to be working at this. And the fact that she has not shown any work, like nothing is showing up as new activity that she's done. And so I don't think she's going to win at all. That's my little 2 cents. What do you think? All right. Yeah, she has split personality and split residency. Oh, shout out. No one in their right mind would vote for or hire. She is uninsurable and business left, and others did not come. Right. I think it's just doing something. My only issue, my only concern is allowing her to run now. What stops them from her running again and her trying another avenue, another position to get into politics in any way, shape, or form here in Georgia? I pray she gets into nothing, that she always gets defeated. She always gets primaried and run out on the hot rail. And that people don't forget what she did in Dalton, because that's what I think a lot of people are going for. Like, oh, they'll just forget. Like, no, we don't forget. We won't forget that. So shout out to y'all. Thank you so much for that question. I appreciate it. All right. We talked about the National Mall prayer event. I am going to get ready because I got to take executive second born to make sure her test is tomorrow morning. So we got to make sure we got all our little driving idioms ready to go. We had a car issue this weekend, so I actually have to use a different car, make sure she's good to drive that, and so on and so forth. So thank you all to everybody. Welcome to the brand new subscribers and members of the channel. I really do appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for tapping in. I hope that you enjoy what we're doing. I did mention earlier that I did several different types of videos this weekend. I'd love to hear what you thought about those. There's a little bit of mini documentary, some no-face videos and such like that. And I'd like to know, is this kind of content you would like to keep seeing? So check those out. There, of course, is a playlist called Can I Get a Like, Please? Those are some videos that went up last week. They did well, but they just didn't get a lot of likes. So go like the video. Go check it out. And so I do want to say thank you for that as well. Another playlist is called The Book of James. If the mods can make sure we drop that in the chat. My pastor is going through the Book of James. And if you want to hear good, faithful preaching, you can definitely check that out. I think you'll enjoy it. And we're just going line upon line. So I think we're on James chapter 7 through 16, I think yesterday. I forgot exactly, but it's on there in the playlist. So check that out for sure. Thank you so much for that. We are making our way to 150,000 likes pretty much every month. I want to just work on my likes. So you watch the video, you hit the like button. You watch the video, hit the like button, and so on and so forth like that. So we're getting close. I mean, we'll do well by the end of the month. So if you could, please just make sure you hit the like button on the video, this video, and go check out about 10, 12 other videos. Hit the like button on those too, if you don't mind. I really do appreciate it for sure. And we will see how we do at the end of the month. So I appreciate that. New members, please make sure you go check out the community post, the members only community post. Make sure any of your questions that you have right there are probably going to be answered. So check that out. We do have 170 members. So shout out to all of y'all. So please go ahead and make sure you take advantage of that. Thank you so much for all of that. I appreciate your prayers for my mom. As I told you earlier, her shoulder surgery went perfect and everything is well. I'm going to give her a shout as me and chief executive second born, go out and practice some parallel parking up out here. So, but I think she's fine. She'll be moved to rehab, physical therapy rehab, probably today or tomorrow. The doctor was not sure exactly when, so he'll let me know. So please, if you don't mind, thank you so much for praying. So again, thank you for that. Mods, I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the best. I really do appreciate the moderators. Thank you so much. If you agree with me with mods, go ahead and put mods in the chat and let them know we appreciate them. I want y'all to have, as Jenny said right here, y'all have a beautiful day. Yes, absolutely. Have a great rest of the day. Make sure you tip your waiters on the way out the door. Type mods in the chat because we really appreciate what they're doing. Drop those green hearts, all that kind of good jazz. Everybody, I will see you. Oh, stop the press. I don't plan to come back today, but I got this feeling I might come back today. I don't think I will, but I might actually do Candace's video today just to see what kind of craziness is going on. But it's gonna be a game day call. So just letting you know that ahead of time. I'll make sure you know though. I'll probably decide like an hour before if I want to do it. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. Have a fantastic Monday. I'll see you real soon. Grace and peace. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Jay Witt Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.